Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the HOTC podcast with your host, Q.
I'm Flo.
So today we're going to be talking about, well, it's one of our blended family topics, and so we're going to be talking pretty much the, perspective looking at children. And so we're going to talk about identity confusion. Do you have anything else to say? Or anything to say, period?
My name is Yvonne. I am confused. Guess we have a studio audience today laughing in the background. But yes, confusion. I am not Yvonne. Yvonne is not me. But you really got to know who you are and where you stand within the family. So when it comes to a blended family, you have two households coming together.
There you go.
They're becoming one. And so you're used to a routine, you're used to your day-to-day, you're used to having a certain amount of people around and knowing what that person does, what that parent does, grandparent, or whatever the case may be. You have your routine. And now all of that is just about been thrown in the trash, and you're entering a whole new world. A whole new place that we never knew.
That's not how it goes.
It's not?
No.
Well, I tried my best. They did it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what it is, right? The examples of where identity confusion could come into play is when you have the mom, you have the dad, and you have the children. But the mom and the dad traditionally are not together. Yep, get it out. So you have the mom and the new man. Father figure.
Male
yes.
individual.
Yeah, totally. Father figure. So you have that new person there, and so now there's a developing relationship because mom majority has the kids or the child. Or dad in that case, majority of the time has the child. So now the mother figure is now being inserted into the equation. And from there, day to day, you have familiar bonds. And so now the child has the stronger connection with the mother or father figure rather than the biological parent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the confusion could come into place. And so yeah, how do you take it away?
So, okay.
How do you take it away? It doesn't make no sense, but
I don't know how to take it away, but
you got it.
So for us, we, as most of you know who are watching this, we each have our own sets of kids. I, one daughter, and Flo, a daughter and a son. And so bringing them all together, it's now you have, big sister, little brother, or tall sister, shorter sister, little brother. Just depending on which way you want to look at it.
I'm the oldest
by 5 months. Yes. So, we've got that kind of a step ladder going on. And so...
Step ladder? We have a singular bar.
Huh?
Singular bar, like...
Oh, like the cell phone reception.
Yeah.
Got it. I was like singular. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking one singular.
Oh, one finger?
One singular, singular as in one
cricket finger
bar. So I'm like, what does one bar have to do with 3 children? But I got you.
Mm-hmm.
As in the service that used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's kind of our dynamic. So for I was gonna say for
For what?
For the children. No, I was gonna say, so in our instance, we have Ray, who spends most of her time, the majority of her time is spent with Flo and myself. And then she sees her biological father on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, she's always been very close to her biological father, but now, because of the different dynamic, the different situation, she's spending more time with Flo, and so they are building a relationship and rapport there. And so now, for her, I would say, she's not necessarily confused, but she does feel a tug because, you know, this is my dad, but this is also like my dad because he's always at home and he helps me with my math because mommy doesn't like math, and, you know, all of those things. He plays with me and picks me up and does all the fun things.
Jumps on my back.
Yeah, all of that stuff. And so she
Climbs
has that,
from like a tree house.
she has that tug of war that she, you know, that's internal, which, I mean, for us, we just give space and allow her to process and speak about whatever it is that she's feeling when she's feeling it.
Yeah.
With Achilles,
well, I would add something. I'm going to add something to
before we
there.
move on,
Yeah, let's one at a time.
I thought we were finished talking.
Well, I just want to say, I think the other aspect of it is because there's distance, now there's an intense longing for the connection with the biological father because you don't get to see as much. So you want to see just a little bit more.
I would have to disagree.
Really?
Yes. So I wouldn't say that the longing or change in behavior is because of a desire to see the biological father as much as it is because she's not your biological daughter and you have both your biological children and they naturally gravitate towards you, that she doesn't necessarily have that. So she tries to create that with you because she doesn't have that. Not so much that she is like, oh, I just want to see my dad. Not that she doesn't, you know, not that there's a negative towards that. She does want to see him, but it's not like a driving force. It's not like a growing. She knows that she'll see him when she gets to see him and, you know, talk to him on the phone and such things. So, but it's more so because the other two already naturally gravitate towards you. Because, you know, it is nature, and same vice versa, but she's trying to make that type of a connection too. So at home, she also has that filled at home. So that's what I think.
Now that we've started such a interesting topic, I think we're going to have to carry this on amongst the five of us.
What?
Because I'm curious to know what the kids feel. How they feel.
Well, we can make that a part two. We still have 2 more kids to talk about.
That is very true. I guess we could. First time they're on the HOTC podcast, and we could ask them.
I thought you were about to say something different. I'm not even. So it's like no, but that's.
I think that would be cool. We shall see.
For the
First time in forever.
Okay, so we can definitely do that. That can be a
something we can do in the
follow
future.
up.
Yeah,
That's the word just ran
we
out
can
of my
follow
mouth.
up on that.
A
And I just
follow-up.
want to give a shout out to our producers, our PA, lights, production team in the background, joining in with our favorite song, First Time in Forever, featuring me. So, the next child.
So I was moving on to Achilles. I move on to Achilles because Achilles and Ray are
Two peas in a
very,
pod.
very similar. Very, very.
Both rambunctious,
This-
active,
Yes.
yes,
High energy.
curious, as a nice word for the M synonym, mischievous.
I would say I don't. Not sure. I mean, they are definitely curious, but they are also mischievous. I mean, but which kids are not?
Those are all roughhousers.
Yes. So, Achilles is interesting.
Yeah,
I'd
because
say.
he's 5.
What?
I said yes because he's 5.
Why? I don't. What do you mean?
Just keep talking. He's young. That's all I'm saying. He's
Oh.
young.
Yes.
Sure thoughts.
He is younger than.
What? I just wanted some pizza. Huh? Why did you say it like that the first time?
I don't know.
So that's what I mean. He's younger.
He's younger than the girls. He
By
is
half.
Yeah. So he, like I was saying, he's interesting because his situation is different. He's not just our, how am I trying to say this?
Take your time.
When he came into the picture fully, it wasn't just, oh, now I have to get together and understand a new female mother type figure person. It was, I'm still making better connections, building a stronger, better bond with my dad. So,
Which was new.
yeah, because his
I wasn't there the first 2.
his long-standing house was with his mom and her significant other at the time.
And her
So-
support system, her village.
Right. So it was, for him, he kind of had like a double whammy, although, Flo was there, made connections, so he wasn't like completely new to him, but like the living aspect was different. And so on top of, oh, now I'm going to live with my dad, I also get to spend time with my eldest biological sister, who I kind of recently have become around, and then I get a new sister, and then I also get a new mother figure. So he had a lot of new
Mother figure, yeah.
yeah, mother figure, a lot of new at the same time, kind of,
Yeah.
so to speak.
A lot of new.
Yeah, and then for him also, because when he came, Yvonne wasn't physically there, Ray was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If I was with her mom.
Yeah, his introduction to me was Ray calling me mommy because I'm her mom. That's what she calls me. And so, not to mention, my actual name is not easy to pronounce. So if you were like, which one am I gonna say? It's definitely not gonna be my name. He tried, Mr.
Yeah.
Kara.
Yeah, there's 3 syllables, got a Q, a U, a Y, A, all
Yeah, lots
types
of vowels
letters.
stacked up on each other. It was.
Or you
yeah.
can just deal with one that has literally 3 letters and
Yeah.
2 syllables. Mommy.
Yeah. So, yeah, he went with that, and then we kind of figured out a way, and we evolved to Mommy Q. But
Yes.
because he is away from his mom, who he spent the majority of his time with, he is seeking that and trying to figure out, because I am not his mom, and the way I express and do things, I'm sure are very different.
Oh, well, yeah, similar, different.
So that doesn't work.
I'm just saying you have your own style of mothering, but foundationally they're the same. Oh, mom is here physically, just like mommy is here. Mommy Q's here. Mommy was here with me all the time.
Oh, okay.
When I'm hungry, boom, they're the ones typically feeding me
Okay.
because
I didn't say
father
what.
figure in Texas was away. I'm away working.
Right.
So, oh, it's time for me to learn something. Boom, there it is again.
Okay.
So you have like
The
those
female
similar maternal,
Got it. Okay.
nurturing type of things are still.
So yes, that was
So
that would be the similar. I was like, you
Yeah.
can't have similar different. Like that doesn't work. But yeah, so those were the similarities, but then the differences about how things, how you go about things, those were the differences. And so that was adjustment for the both of us. And then, like I said, he also has the dynamic of having these 2 much older, sister peoples that he has to like figure it out. Like, why are you telling me what to do? Can you help me though?
Because when I'm with mommy, I'm the oldest.
Right.
There's no brother or sister telling me what to do.
Right, which is hilarious because that's all three of them.
Yeah, which is cool. All three of them are the oldest, and
In the other households.
and their other family dynamics.
Yeah. So for him, he's got, I'm the big brother, but the little brother too, on top of the whole parent dynamic or adult dynamic. So,
Yeah, with Ray, she's got the big sister middle. And then Ivana's just got older and older. She's the oldest out of everybody.
Right. She is the oldest. By 5 months.
By 5 months.
But yeah, so I forgot what I was gonna say.
My tangent messed you up. Sorry.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I apologize. I just thought that was cool. I was like, we need to, I just think that's cool. They're all the oldest. But
Well, so what do you say with Kilius? What do you think? Identity confusion. Do you think I think he experiences it without recognition. What do you think?
and without words
Well-
to explain what he's experiencing.
Yes. He is still young, so yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's, but I think the adjustment has.
Excuse me.
I don't know if I would say he's confused. I think he's just like his dad's going with the flow, Yeah.
It's interesting to hear someone so stubborn say that they go with the flow.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm going at my flow. I'm flow. So flow flows the way flow flows.
Yeah, I know. So, again, with Achilles.
No, I think you hit it spot on. There's nothing more for me to add to how that was or could still be a challenge of identifying where you place having. Go ahead.
I would say, do you think that it's something he experiences? I mean, I think so.
I said, yeah.
So how?
The way you said it. I said I have nothing more to add. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. I really think you.
Awesome.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
All right, to the moment of truth,
go ahead.
the final. You got it.
I did the other two.
That's all right. You got it. I like the way you expressing and saying. There's nothing more I can really say. You're doing an excellent job.
It made me think of Jungle Cruise exhaust. Anyways, sorry about that. Anyways, so last but certainly not least would be Yvonne. Go ahead.
Identity confusion and her are not mended in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe there is any confusion at all. But in accordance to this article, I will read this brief section because I think that's what she identifies with as far as this topic section. So one of the things they said was difference in last names might cause confusion and a sense of detachment from mom. So sense of detachment from mom. That is what she identified with. And speaking to that effect, in the past, you staring at me is making me nervous and losing my words. Look at the people. God.
I go between the two.
I
It's
feel
bright.
you just.
It's bright.
Man, all my words escape me. But we're not even editing none of this out. It's staying right in here. You just, your eyes. It's like an owl. I just feel it. Taking all the words out of my brain. All right, now that I got my thought back together. Sense of detachment from mom, that right there in itself. Because now there was a situation where there was more connection because of distance. There wasn't as great of a distance being in Indio. Now all of that being a huge distance, getting acclimated with what's happening with our LA situation where we were staying in the school that she was at, And she had somewhat mother figures, but also family members. She had grandmother and great grandmother right there with her. And so now, being stripped from that, the increased desire of having that connection to mom came to be because you have a mother figure that's in the house that's not mom, and having to witness and hang out with her friends that have a traditional family sense. The kids, parents, all blood is the same, basically, just to get to the nutshell of it. So that right there is something that we had to deal with, and I don't believe that I addressed the situation prior to, as the article suggests, having those in-depth conversations and giving the children all the information and what that entails, which would be the last names are different, which would be, there'll be more people with the same last name, the reasoning as to how this came to be, explanation as to why traditionally we don't have that family set. And so we caressed the situation, but didn't massage it enough. I would say I didn't do a good job of massaging it enough, which is why we've had many tearful nights and many conversations with Yvonne's mother, as to why we're in this situation and how everything is good, everything's okay. And in a sense, because we've been doing the good work, all of us collectively as adults, trying to have those conversations, making sure we're all on the same page, that all you have is a bigger support system as to where others don't. They just have mom, dad, grandparents, but now you got mom, bonus mom, dad, bonus dad, and those grandparents here, and our grandparents, everyone grandparents. So you have a larger support system. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about that. She has a larger support system than most would have because of the extended family and the blending aspect of bringing two families together. So, and I think that gave her a sense of relief after we've had that conversation, but I think it is pivotal to address that prior to have multiple, conversations about it, multiple multiple family outings with all the kids, if kids are involved, young kids are involved. I wouldn't think 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds would care too much, but I don't know.
I mean, it would affect him. I don't think it would be the same or possibly as deep. It would just depend on that child and their relationship and, kind of what's going on in their life, so.
But definitely, if the kids are going to be in the household still at the young age, before high school graduation, I think it's pivotal to have those conversations, that there is no replacing, there is no, we're a blended family, but we're still two families, because you feel like there's a sense of divide, because that's not really my dad, and he has his own kids, so they're over there, and me and mom or me and dad are over here. No, that there's no confusion, address it, talk about it, get to where the kids' mindset is, try to understand as best as you possibly can by questioning as much as you can, so you can, navigate it all together. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Any lasting words on identity confusion?
No, I don't think. I mean, I think since you brought it up, I didn't remember reading about that part, but I think all three of them would probably deal with detachment in some form, because for Ray, not only is it, my dad is over there, but the whole family of mine that she grew up with is far, far away. So she has a whole new system that she's supposed to be gleaning support from. And then the same thing with Achilles, although, like I said, with him being so young, I'm not sure if and how he's affected, because he does not have the vocabulary to say things. So I mean, I would assume that it's there and he feels it. I just don't know that for sure. So,
And
but,
and for the most part with Yvonne, she's not, I guess, having to cope or deal with those types of effects because
right.
when I was away at college, she was with the LA family, and we live in LA, so it's more so. Well, I guess
her mom.
yeah, it's just more so her mom, and then the 16 miles in LA is an hour away from her grandparents' house. So,
That's
and her
ridiculousness.
grandmother. So that's pretty much what she had to cope with. And,
adjustment.
yeah, the adjustment, not cope with, but the
Adjustment.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it.
That's about it?
Identity confusion.
Yes. You don't want to nurture the confusion because that's only going to create division in the family.
How would you nurture confusion?
By not addressing this.
Oh.
By just, oh, we're a family together. Oh, yeah. And then now you have infighting because you're trying to correct or guide a child on the right path, but you ain't my mama. You know, all of that stuff could happen, and you have the resentment, the possible running away from home, and all of this stuff because the conversation didn't happen.
None of ours would run away. They
Oh.
get hungry too fast.
They
Like, I came back because I need a snack.
they go outside and throw the trash away, and the door closes. Mommy, you!
Yeah, so
Instantly thirsty.
I just need some water. I said, why are you patting yourself? I just need some water.
The trash chute is literally across the
hallway.
Across the door.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
Yeah.
that's about it. Identity confusion in
good?
R3.
We good? We getting the episode? Okay. Well, until the next episode, we just want to leave you with thank you. We appreciate the watching, the viewing, the liking, the subscribing.
The additions on Patreon.
The sharing. And if you want the content early or you have an idea, you want to be a part of the conversation, there's two ways you can do that. You can email us or you can message us right through the Patreon app. Just go download the app, search us, QFlow Studios. You can join as low as $3. You can go to $5 or more, whatever the good Lord leads you. And so that way we can continue to grow and to understand marriage, family, blended family, adjusting and attacking these potential problems beforehand or dealing with them because we didn't think to address it beforehand. So any of those comments, any responses to any of the videos we post up is greatly appreciated because we're all about learning. Each and every day you learn more. There's no way you know everything about something.
No way you know everything about everything.
Well, until the next episode.